Clench buttocks. Sane business gets insane. Spurs swing for Bruno. Arsenal finally get their man. There's a transfer roundup and some Friday feels all coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the Onefootballers and this is the Daily News. So first up, and to the transfer business involving Leroy Sane, where kicker in Germany yesterday reported that he'd agreed to join Bayern Munich. Now this was by Bayern Munich themselves on their Twitter, completely rejected later on in the day, but it looks like the deal still could be on. Early in the transfer window, manager Nicolas Pepe said that he was confident a deal could be done. The club then came out and said that this deal wouldn't necessarily be done and they weren't so sure why Nicolas Pepe was so confident. So last night when Kicker reported that a deal was going to be done, things obviously went a little bit crazy. It's now reported that they'd made an offer of around £80 million, where Manchester City want closer to £135 million. This is because they've seen the crazy amount of money that's been spent in this transfer window and they want a piece of the action. Getting £135 million for a player who's not even guaranteed to start is ridiculously good business for Manchester City, and Bayern Munich will be getting one of the best German players in return. As to whether or not it will happen, well, the German transfer window doesn't actually shut for a few weeks, so there's plenty of time for it to be done. With Manchester City, obviously the Premier League transfer window shuts next Thursday, but they won't be looking to sign a replacement according to reports, so they could just go on about their business and just wait to see if the sign deal actually goes through or not. If it doesn't, they'll be holding on to a great player, and if it does, they'll be getting a hell of a load of money. But moving on from that deal and to some more pretty shocking news last night coming out of Portugal, where apparently two Spurs representatives met with Sporting Lisbon to discuss a deal for Bruno Fernandes. In the last few weeks, all the talk has been about Spurs signing Giovanni Lo Celso and Manchester United signing Bruno Fernandes. But now with Spurs coming in for the midfielder, it looks like United are going to have to act quick as well before they lose their primary transfer target to Daniel Levy and Spurs. Apparently they want £73 million for the player, but Daniel Levy, being the harsh negotiator that he is only willing to spend around £55 million. Now, some reports are saying that this £55 million is already in the bank with Betis as they look to sign a deal for Lo Celso, but it seems like there are just two guys roaming around Europe with £55 million in a suitcase, hoping to sign any attacking midfielder or any club who will take it. Spurs are in need of players in that position to provide competition for Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen, and if Eriksen does eventually end up leaving the club, they'll obviously need a replacement as well. There have been some reports that this Lo Celso deal is also being done, but I'm pretty sure that they're only going to bring in one of the two. As for Manchester United, well, their other target, Harry Maguire, has been left out of the Leicester City squad for their next friendly, meaning that a deal could be done if both sides can strike up the right amount of money. But next up, and of course it's a deal that I'm sure you are well aware of by now, and Nicolas Pepe has finally completed his switch to the Emirates. Arsenal have managed to get their man from Lille for a club record £72 million, although it will be paid over the next few years. This means that a front three next season of Aubameyang, Lacazette and Nicolas Pepe last season put together an incredible 57 goals, 22 apiece from Aubameyang and Pepe, with Lacazette chipping in with 13. Of course, this does sharpen up the Gunners' attack and makes them look a real threat going forwards, but they're yet to solve any problems in the defensive area. Like I mentioned yesterday, both Mustafi and Koscielny could be on their way out of the club, with a deal for left-back Kieran Tierney yet to be completed. This does also make Nicolas Pepe the fourth most expensive signing in Premier League history. Paul Pogba is still the most at £89 million, with Virgil van Dijk and Romelu Lukaku £75 million each. Having said that, it looks a little bit ridiculous that you can get Van Dijk for the same money you can get Romelu Lukaku. So next up, we move to a roundup of all the other transfer news and rumours of the day. First off, and Roma are interested in Liverpool centre-back Deja Lovren for around £12 million. Manchester City have reopened talks with Juventus over the deal for right-back João Cancelo. Newcastle are on the verge of signing French winger Alain Saint-Maximin for around £16.5 million. And the legend Dani Alves has joined Sao Paulo, where the most decorated footballer of all time will wear the number 10 shirt. So lastly but not least, we come to today's Friday Feels. That's right, the new season is ahead of us and we are back. You guys are back, making your predictions in the comments section about anything to do with this weekend's football. A goal, a red card, a manager being sent off, a result, a club, anything, even a transfer. So for this weekend's games, I'm going to go with the German Super Cup and the Community Shield, which is basically the English Super Cup. First off, and as Dortmund take on Bayern Munich on Saturday, I'm going for a 2-1 win for Dortmund. And as Liverpool face Manchester City, I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. Of course, let me know your Friday feels down in the comments section below and your thoughts on the rest of today's daily news. You can also smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on Onefootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a great weekend.